my loves. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Dheandra Nicolette. I hope you guys are having a beautiful day. Okay, I'm in a different section of my room. I was actually taking some pictures today. I was like, I need to sit down and talk to y'all about the month of October because there is so much happening. And I feel like we really need to get into the energy of October and how you can best take advantage and utilize the powerful, potent deliciousness that is October. So if you are interested in hearing what that all entails, please keep watching and let's go ahead and dive into it. Okay, so if you listen to my podcast, Manifest Daily, you would have heard this episode already. You would have heard me mention this, but if you don't, first of all, highly recommend that you do. I had this episode with Joy of Numerology. If you guys are unfamiliar, Joy is an amazing, beautiful soul. She is a numerologist. I've had her on my podcast several times to talk about how you can find out your life path number, your destiny number, all of the different numbers that are carrying certain energies in your life and how you can really understand those numbers. But in my recent episode with Joy, I'll link it down below for you guys if you want to listen to it, we talked about how October carries the energy of your next year. Every single year you have a number. It's a personal year number. And that number sort of dictates the energy with which your entire year is sort of operating on. In numerology, for example, I'm in my year 9 right now, and 9 is all about endings. When you think about, seeing the angel number 999, you're typically thinking, okay, something's coming to an end. I'm wrapping up a chapter in my life. There's something here that, I'm going to be moving on from. It's almost like the energy of a full moon, in my opinion, 999, or the energy of nines. 9 is ruling over my entire year of 2024. And then every single month, you have another number that sort of brings a certain different energy or another layer of energy to whatever you're experiencing that month. And then each day also has a specific number. But the month of October is really interesting and really special because the month of October essentially carries the energy of the number that will rule over your entire next year. For me, the month of October is a 1 month, and my next year, 2025, for me is also going to be a 1 month. Whether or not you are also in a 9 year like myself and also experiencing a 1 month this October, or maybe you're like my friend Jessie, hey girl, hey, who is in her 6th year right now. So October is her 7th month because next year will be her 7th year. This particular month, October 2024, is a month where you really need to tap into what you want to experience next year. I feel like we do this thing where we wait until the new year starts before we really start to think about what it is that we want. We start to think about what our intentions are for the new year once we've already started it. And I don't want to rush anyone along here. Like, if thinking about 2025 brings on any sort of anxiety for you, definitely click out of this video. Maybe it's not for you. Maybe this is not the thing that you need to do. But if you're someone where, when January comes around, you feel kind of like, damn, I wish I kind of thought about, what my goals are for this year, thought about my intentions for this year before this year started, this is the month to do so. This is the month to lean into what it is you want to experience next year, what you want to be intentional about, what kind of energy you want to bring into your 2025, and really make a conscious effort to cultivate that this month. I know I'm going to be redoing my vision board. I've had my vision board for about 4 years now. I think I made a new vision board when I moved to Dallas, and I put on it a lot of things that I wanted to experience. Some of those things have manifested, some have not. And some of the things that are on that board no longer resonate. I no longer want to manifest them. I no longer care for them. And so I feel like this is such a beautiful time to redo or to do a vision board, to create a vision board if you haven't already. And for you, your vision board could be encompassing of 2025 only. You can do a 3-year vision board, a 5-year vision board, an indefinite time vision board, whatever you feel called to do. I think I'm gonna do one for 2025 because, like I said, I'm going into a 1 year and I'm so excited because let me tell you something. If you have never experienced a 9 year, actually chances are most of us have, but I know my last 9 year, I forget how old I was. I'm I'm sure this involves some sort of math, but whatever. I actually think my last 9 year, now that I think about it, was when I was graduating college, like the year that I was graduating college. So that makes sense because that was such a huge ending, like a huge ending of a chapter. I was leaving, you know, school and going on to true adulting, true, you know, big gal things, and going into this 1 year, it's made me so appreciative of what strength I've had to cultivate in a 9 year. I always say that I am not one of God's strongest soldiers. I don't know why God has assigned certain challenges and certain things my way, because I sit here sometimes and I'm like, give it to someone else, please. I don't want to carry this burden. I don't want to carry this weight on my shoulders. But I will say one thing about a 9 year is that it tests you. Like, it is a year where you have to really think about what it is you need to let go, what it is needs to leave your life, who it is needs to leave your life before you can make space to call in what it is that is more aligned with you. The month of October needs to be intentional. I mean, I want you to be intentional every single month, but let's face it, we're human. Sometimes, you know, we battle in the challenges that God's given us and we can't be intentional. We're like just trying to survive. We can't even think about thriving, you know? But the month of October is a very potent month. We have an eclipse. I did an eclipse video, so if you haven't seen that, I urge you to go watch that. So we have that happening. We have a full moon in Aries, which is also incredibly potent. So this is a month that has a lot of supercharged energy. You know, there's a lot happening in our collective. This is just like a really potent time, okay? So for the month of October, I want you to think about what you want to experience in 2025. Phrase this however you need to, whatever feels most aligned. This month is kind of giving us a glance into what we're going to experience next year. And I will be doing my vision board, like I said. I'm also going to be doing some journaling, and I also want to think about what it is that I am fully leaving behind this year. And even if you're not in a 9 year like myself, still think about this too. What did you experience this year that was really difficult, that really tried you, that really challenged you? And how did you grow from that? How did you learn from that? And maybe you didn't. Maybe it was just sucky and you're like, I don't know, this just sucked. I want you to think about what it is that you're leaving in 2024. I honestly felt like 2024 was going to be a good year, but I felt like it was going to be a challenging year. And it lived up to that, okay? It lived up to that. But 2025, I'm feeling like, for me at least, it's going to be a year of really starting to see things a little bit clearer and starting to understand what it is that I want to craft in my 30s. Because now that I'm in my 30s, I think there's also a lot of pressure around what it is you're creating, what it is your passions are, what it is your purpose is. And that's such a heavy question. I think that there's a multifaceted, complex answer to purpose. Well, in some ways, I think it is simple. Just literally like follow what you love, do what you love, be a kind person. But the expression of that creativity, the expression of that passion, I think can change depending on your chapter. So anyways, I have to go, but I felt really called to sit down and talk to you guys about this because October is a beautiful month and I want you to take advantage of it, and I want you to really tap into this potent energy. Thank you so much for being here. Please subscribe if you enjoyed. Give this video a thumbs up, share with a friend, and I will chat with you in my very next video. Bye, my loves.